Dresden, Saxony's capital in the southeast of Germany, with its symbol the renovated Church of Our Lady. A short drive to the south will bring you to Glashutte, the center of the high art of German watchmaking for more than 160 years. Round about 2,500 residents can today look back on a turbulent history of their hometown. The Glashutte Original watch manufactory is located in the heart of the town. The building was re-inaugurated in September 2003. After more than a year of refurbishing, and has since become a clear and tangible symbol of a traditional craft's new character. Let yourself be guided through the transparent manufactory of Glashutte Original and experience for yourself what it means when we speak of handmade in Germany. Movement design. Glashutte Original stands equally for tradition and innovation in the manufacture of mechanical masterpieces. Teamwork at the computer screen. The most modern programs make precise movement design and development of great complications, such as the especially difficult flying tourbillon according to Alfred Hellwig possible, as well as the duplex swan neck fine adjustment that Glashutte Original premiered. All new ideas are extensively analyzed. How new and unique is the idea, and how creative is the design? How can the highest possible amount of quality and precision be realized within it? To what degree can the experience of our greatest master watchmakers of the 19th century, such as Julius Assmann, be utilized? From these beginnings, a specification booklet is created that contains detailed demands on the movement designers and the design department. That which is thought up here helps mold our new models. Glashutte Original places the highest amount of value on maintaining its more than 160-year-old tradition. For us, however, innovative products with practical additional functions and a balanced aesthetic appearance are just as important. The first sketch is always done by hand. The final design of a new watch is then created using the newest in computer technology. The first prototypes are created in close cooperation with the prototype department, and new functions are optimized. The patenting process for innovations is also begun at the same time. From the conception to its market presentation, a new watch needs up to 5 years. Glashutte Original has its own tool-making department. This is something that also sets us apart from other manufacturers. This is where all the special tools and devices needed for watchmaking are created, such as the engraving needle seen here. To guarantee its position, tolerances of 1/100th of a millimeter must be guaranteed. A device important to watch assembly is the movement's pillar plate, which carries individual components. As in all of toolmaking, the highest precision is necessary here. This is also true for the individual fitting of tool plates, which will later be used as holders for small components that need to be finished, such as the rotor. The plate is put in position, and the milling tool is led to the workpiece with the aid of a great deal of experience. During the milling process, a lubricating liquid is used to make working the piece easier, ensuring an optimal result. After it is done, this tooling plate will be used in the finishing department for the traditional Glashutte ribbing decoration. Completely in line with the philosophy of the brand, a team of 13 toolmakers is at the ready to create special devices and tools needed, such as the one to press in pegs and jewels, the working plates for perlage, and specific screw blades. After the tools are made, the production of individual components begins. Only with computer-controlled technology can precision to 1,000th of a millimeter be realized, such as in the manufacture of filigreed tourbillon carriages, or as manufacturing swan neck springs, as seen here. A start hole is drilled into a piece of metal through which a fine wire made of tungsten carbide, 0.05 to 0.1 millimeters in diameter, is threaded. This wire is charged with up to 220 volts, and the desired component is cut out in distilled water. Here we have made the ray of light visible on a larger component, as it can otherwise hardly be seen by the human eye. This is how small swan neck springs are. Only 120 springs can be manufactured using this difficult process in an 8-hour period. A stamping machine would need about a minute for this. One unbeatable advantage of wire spark erosion technology is its extremely precise maintenance of measurements. Furthermore, components can be ground and polished better. We are now in the department for manufacturing flat and individual components. At the moment, spring barrel bridges are being put into position that will receive their very own Glashutte Original logo. The component holder is put in place and the highly precise process begins. The unmistakable logo is perfect. On another CNC machine, base plates, cocks and bridges are created in a special watchmaking brass using a tolerance of a maximum of 0.005 of a millimeter. This CNC machine can work up to 36 components at the same time. At the beginning, these components are no more than coin-shaped rondels on movable surfaces at the beginning of the process. One operation at a time is performed on all of the components. For this, the machine needs about 6 hours per plate side until it is done. Step by step, the machine automatically chooses one of the up to 90 drills and milling tools from its repertoire of tools in order to complete the desired process. Here, a balance cock is fashioned with the aid of a tool that was especially made for it at Glashutte Original. Despite computer-controlled precision, personal inspection of the milling parameters remains indispensable. The pieces are checked and compared with the prescribed parameters at every step. This is how balance cocks and bridges look, ready for the rest of their journey. The movement's flat parts manufactured on CNC machines are trimmed with a special scraper. With great skill and sensitivity, the smallest unevenness on the edges, drilled holes and recesses are removed in order to guarantee a perfectly formed fit later. All of the manufactured parts are examined once again under a loupe here in the measuring room. In this case, the roundness of the drillings is being checked. This is done by establishing the true measurements by video, which can be followed on the monitor. On a base plate, up to 80 measurements on the gear train bridge side and 30 on the dial side are completed. Comparative visual measurements with this profile projector are also an important part of quality control. Here, a swan neck spring is enlarged 50 times and compared to the technical drawing so that any deviations immediately become visible. Here, the depth of the individual drillings are once again examined. Precise parts are passed on after examination. The few deviants are either reworked or sorted out. Every single Glashutte Original is a unique work of art. In the finishing department, watch movements receive their beautiful traditional surface finishing. Glashutte ribbing, The machine created in the company's own tool-making department applies this decoration to bridges, cocks and automatic rotors, as seen here. To apply traditional perlage, the base plate is rotated in small steps by an experienced hand. After every step, a rotating rubber peg coated with diamond powder is pushed down on the surface with even amounts of pressure, leaving a beautiful circular pattern behind. This is done by hand to ensure that every base plate remains unique with its own special nuances. The sunburst decoration applied by a single-toothed miller and a rotating diamond-coated chisel is especially radiant.